hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred life.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So before we get into today's video, just gotta say that today's video is gonna be brought to you by Beautiful Halo. And I gotta say, if you guys want to purchase some really awesome anime merchandise, everything from Boruto / Naruto to Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball, click down in the description box and use my link below in order to do so. It's also a really great way to help support the channel. As a bit of an added bonus, a lot of their anime merchandise, like you saw in the video just now, is on sale right now, and there's free worldwide shipping on anything over $29. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto chapter 49. And I gotta go ahead and say right now, if you are an anime only fan, this is the time of month where I am gonna be talking about spoilers. Once again, I'm gonna tell you, you really need to be checking out the manga if you're so tired of the extremely slow pacing of the anime. But with all that being said, if you're still here, then I'm gonna assume you're okay with me talking about spoilers. So I gotta say something. It's gonna be pretty unpopular, but I really feel like Sasuke made a massive mistake in the last Boruto chapter when he and Naruto teamed up to fight against Isshiki, and in particular once Boruto entered the battlefield, which is the fact that Sasuke opened up that portal to take himself and Naruto to the dimension where Isshiki and Boruto were about to fight. And so don't get me wrong, I completely understand Sasuke needed to do that because that was the best way to remove Isshiki from Konoha. That way more buildings don't get destroyed, more villagers don't be held against Naruto as a handicap. You're also able to keep him in a situation where he can't get to Kawaki. I completely understand that, but the reason why I say that this is a mistake is I think that one thing you have to look at is the fact that it got stated all the way back in Naruto Gaiden that when Sasuke opens up those portals to Kaguya's dimensions and just portals to anything Otsutsuki clan related, it drains a significant portion of his chakra, enough so that he's complained about it on the past. And so when you start factoring in that information right there, we're now in a situation where at full power Naruto and Sasuke were in a situation where you could argue Isshiki was still going to defeat them. Now you have Naruto in a situation where he has his son that he needs to worry about. He also has Sasuke at less than full power there to try and aid him and support him. And so it's for that reason that now Naruto's at an even bigger handicap. Now, one thing I've said ever since they gave a little bit of information about what the Jogan can do and what its abilities are, which I've covered in my video, The Jogan Explained, which I highly recommend checking out if you want to get more detail about what they said that I can do. But one thing I talked about in that video and in a couple of other videos is the fact that between the Jogan and now with what the Karma Seal can do, Sasuke now has a way to travel into these Otsutsuki clan dimensions without having to use up a lot of his own chakra, because Boruto can be that conduit, that bridge that gets him from point A to point B, which opens up the door for Sasuke to fully fight at full power. And so when you start factoring in little small things like that, I think that they're setting the stage for Sasuke to be a potential handicap for Naruto. Now, don't get me wrong, when it comes to Sasuke and the analytical skills that this guy has, like, my dude has some of the cleanest analytical skills that we've seen in the Naruto franchise. Like the way that he was breaking down Isshiki's jutsu immediately after seeing it is on par with what Itachi did when Itachi just completely dismantled Nagato as an Edo Tensei back during the war arc. It's on par with what you saw there. But what really worries me about this situation is now we're in a situation where Naruto and Sasuke have intel on Isshiki. They also have an opportunity to kill him and potentially keep him from reincarnating himself. And now they're in a place where they can go all out, but Sasuke has less power, and Naruto is going to have to at some point worry about protecting his son, because the fact of the matter is that Sasuke can help out against Naruto, but at the same time, he has to keep an eye on Boruto because Boruto's the wild card there. Because if Boruto loses control, if Momoshiki takes over, you're in a situation where Boruto's not in control of his body. What's to say that Isshiki and Momoshiki don't team up at some point? That's not completely out the realm of possibility because we don't know their relationship. Like, Sasuke's vowed that he'll kill Boruto before he does anything crazy, but the fact of the matter is is there are too many wild cards here. I was very surprised that Sasuke went through with this type of a game plan. Now, don't get me wrong, I completely understand that you needed to isolate Isshiki and isolate the threat, because the longer that fight would have dragged out, the more you would have been in a situation to where Naruto is going to be in more of a handicap situation than anything else. But I really feel like using Boruto in this situation was not the best idea. It's a high risk, high reward payoff. And so if it works, Sasuke looks like a genius. But if we end up seeing something that gives Isshiki the advantage, I could definitely see Sasuke paying the price for it. I'm not going to go as far as to say Sasuke gets killed, because them not being in Konoha kind of takes off the table the potential for a Renny rebirth, for Sasuke doing something to where he gives his life. But at the same time, that risk on the latter portion is still there, because Boruto does need to be protected, because Boruto does not have control over this Otsutsuki power that's inside of him. You know, I want to close out the video by saying this. For me, I gotta at least say this much about Sasuke. It is mind-blowing to see the continued character development that you get in this character, because Sasuke is now looking at the son of his rival as almost like a second child to himself. I joke that Boruto is Sasuke's son, but when you really look at it, you know, I really feel like Sasuke is treating Boruto the same way that Naruto does. Like, Sasuke wants Boruto to get that experience. He sees something special in this kid. He wants to push him to another level, and yet at the same time, Sasuke's also nurturing towards him. We've seen a softer side of Sasuke when he's around Boruto. Now, I understand what Kishimoto wanted to do with having Sarada kind of connect with Naruto and have Boruto connect with Sasuke. I completely understand it, but I think that for Sasuke, I think that Sasuke looks at Boruto, and not to get on the suspect pairings, but one of the big pairings back in the day was Naruto and Sasuke would get together, and some of them even went really far left and said Naruto was going to make a female clone, and you can just kind of fill in the blanks from there. But when you look at Boruto, it's like you see a hybrid of what a Naruto and Sasuke child could be. That sounds messed up right there, I know, but like Sasuke is like the prodigy, Boruto's a prodigy, Naruto's a blumbering idiot, and Boruto has blumbering idiot tendencies. And so I think that when Sasuke's looking at this kid, you know, he sees the best parts of himself in Naruto, and he wants to push him to reach that greatness. However, I want to know from you guys, do you guys think that by having Sasuke take himself and Naruto in this dimension and move the fight off, do you think that that's the smartest thing, even though it comes with Sasuke being at a reduced power level? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.